Do you have an idea what it takes to bring people from their homes to come out for you? Not to just come out, to come out with the intention of spending money for you. Today's video just about me sharing my experience on how I pulled off my first physical event. This was not an event where people just come together to just glean from me, like learn something. This is an event where people came out for the sole purpose of spending money. I mean, the whole event was about spending money. So you can imagine how it was when we needed, because I have a team, right, to make sure that people that were coming were ready to spend. I organized a yard sale. First time physical event ever was a yard sale. And the yard sale meant that there were vendors that paid for slots or paid for stands, however little, but the fact that they paid stands, they paid, and they would definitely need to make sales. This is how it all started. Welcome to my YouTube channel, by the way. So one time I was about to employ a community manager. I will be mentioning her a lot because she was one very important person that made this whole planning come to fruition. She was just one very core person that really helps from the beginning, the planning, even the idea till the point of execution. I'll be shouting out to Z in this video, my community manager. Thank you so much, Z. You are a very amazing person, and you are one person I'm really glad I employed. I mean, I call her my who. She understands better. I'm so glad to have Z, because from the whole process to the everything that happened, she was just one very major team member that really helped this event become a success. So my name is Esosa, and I'm a community person. I love people. I love people a whole lot. I love to add value to people. I love to grow people. I love to have people that, from listening to me, from what I stand for, from who I am, they've become very different people. They've grown so much over time. So I call my people my community. I call them community members, and I've grown this sense of community over time. There are those that feel this very strong sense of belonging to a community that has groomed over time. We've grown so much from 2020. Was it COVID? Yes, COVID period till this time. It's been so much growth, and it's been so much intentional growth. If I wasn't growing, my people would not be growing. So I've groomed people who have grown all around. I mean, from the financial sphere to their personal life to their career to their skills. They just know that when you're talking about Esosa, you're talking about growth. So when this event talk started, I just felt like, okay, yeah, let's do it. I've never had my community together before, and I'm an influencer. I have a lot of vendors that I've influenced for, and I just felt to be a great avenue for us to actually come together, meet community people, patronize vendors in the community, and allow my people that physical space to see each other. Because from influencing over the years and from all of that, I've had people that I've met to meet somebody else, but they've really not seen physically. So it was a great avenue. It sounded so fantastic. Now, the idea was great, and that got to the point of the execution of the idea. Remember I said I'm a community person. I did not want to bill my community members. In fact, billing the vendors, I felt like I didn't want to charge them, because I just really wanted them to just come and have fun. I wanted them to come and get immense value. So I didn't really want to charge them. So, and that means that somebody will carry the charge, right? Somebody will pay the bills. I mean, the space you're going to use will not be somebody that will say, oh, it's this community, oh, don't worry, don't pay anything. We paid. And it meant that I was carrying the whole bill. on my head. Whew. It was a lot at that time, because even at the time I was shuffling this thing with my final year, final exams, projects. The bills were like year and there. God help me, it was tough. But looking back now, it was so much. It was worth it. Now there was that fear. I had anxiety. My brand videographer is here in front of me. At that time, we'll have meetings, and I'll be like, oh, but I'm scared. I'm so scared. I'll post on WhatsApp and I'll be like, God, I have so much anxiety. Zig gave us mind-blowing flyers. I mean, you see them pop up on the screen. We had beautiful flyers. Flyers that were not like the regular flyers. We had flyers that were just very unique and very catchy, very beautiful, you know. Then we started having countdown. Then an idea dropped in my mind that why not I bring very core people, valuable people that people like, you know, people who will draw people that people want to meet. And I wanted it to be a place where I started coming out to, of course, meet with community members. I wanted us to be able to have fun, and I wanted to be able to get value. Network vertically was always what I was saying then. So vertically or horizontally, yeah, upward anyways. So I wanted my people to be able to have that avenue, to be able to meet people. Like, if you pitch yourself well, you can mix with people that can help you grow more. So I had to sit down and draw up a list of invitees. I think before this time we went to shoot our first video. You see it somewhere around here. But I had to go to the venue because I wanted a yard. The idea was a yard, so a hall would not cut it for me. So I wanted a place that was outdoor, had enough space, you know, the greenery and everything, yardy. So we had like one core option, which was UI Botanical Gardens, and we had other options like Agodi Gardens and even National Museum. There's like a garden there. So, but the Agodi Garden was out of this because of the cost, so it would have cost us so much. And remember, this one was the one carrying the cost. So National Museum was quite small and was not giving us what we wanted. So our last choice was Botanical Gardens for the yardy thing that we wanted, the yardy feel that we wanted. So UI Botanical Gardens was like the best choice. So we went there, we saw the officials, we checked the spaces, and we saw one. And I made the down payment for one. And remember the day I made the down payment for this thing, that same day was the day of UISU Trade Fair. I think that week of UISU Trade Fair, I will attach the clip somewhere around here. So I went from the venue of shopping from my vendors at the UISU Trade Fair. I even told particular vendor at that same trade fair, Lujo City, I said, Lujo, I'm planning a yard sale. She was like, oh, when? I told her, and she said, okay, fine, I'll be there. So from there, we left that venue and we went to Botanical Gardens, and I checked the place. I made a down payment. Now, the venue I wanted, the particular place I wanted at Botanical Gardens, was later I was called and told that it was paid for by some wedding, a particular couple that was wedding. I felt so sad because that venue was like closer to the road, but we had to get elsewhere, so they took us like farther inside. It didn't make me so happy, but I know at that point we have to just make do with what we had, with what we saw. And I've learned over time that in situations where things don't go as planned, you don't dwell on it and make you feel sad. You look at how you can make the best of that situation. So I'm not one to actually dwell on things that are not going as planned. I'll just look for what can I pick from it, right? What lesson can I pick from this, and how do I move forward with this lesson? It's been an intentional act of doing that, and I really want to continue to do that because it has really helped me be able to navigate things easily or more easily and process things differently. All right, so we got a father in venue and the content began. I shot the first content. Marv was so wonderful. He's so wonderful, and he has always been wonderful. We had beautiful content on this thing, beautiful editing, beautiful concept. Then the next thing was to think of how do we promote it. Okay, my invited guests. So I drew up a list. I had a list of 9 people, 9 core people. I drew up the list of my boss in real estate, where I work, Land Republic, our CEO, Dr. Victor Adeshewa Adegbile. I know that he alone, he was going to draw people, not just people that wanted to learn from him, but people that were coming because my boss has a fine face. That was first person. Then I'm very good friends with Favor Ogazi since secondary school. She's a very sweet girl, and she has been my girl for so long, over a decade. So I knew that my girl too, very quality person. I mean, she has gone on to do so many beautiful things in life, and I had to call her and say, babe, I think it was a text, can I bring you to bed on the 20th? She was like, oh, okay, what's happening? I said, I'm having a yard sale. She was like, okay, I'll block my calendar for that day. That was it. Then Savvy, CEO of Savvy, Nimi, my sweet guy. Nimi is a quality person. Those quality people that don't shout, people that know people that know people that know people, but you just won't know because they don't live a loud life. That is who Nimi is. And I've been with Savvy for a while, and he's been a fantastic person. I told him I'm having a yard sale, and I was like, even are you now? I go show. That day he came with somebody else I was not even expecting. Don't worry, we'll get there. Then number fourth person, I think I thought about a very good friend of mine too, is a core real estate person, a guru in real estate. I couldn't come later. He had an allocation that same day, so he couldn't come. And I thought of some core guys in UI too, a PR person and a media person, Oma and Igwe Moniki. Bam. Then Cracky was like a very funny kind of thing, because I think I've known Crack from afar for a while, but I think it was the day he slid into my DM just to text me and say, oh, he has been hearing a lot about me, and like a few days later I just invited him to my yard sale. It was funny, because I think the Crack that people know, it doesn't really take so much invite, it doesn't really like to do all this event thing, but somehow it turned up for the yard sale. It stayed for a long time. Then who else again? That person, Dayo Oladimiro, a guru salesperson, but he couldn't come for some reasons. But the other people, they were there. They turned up, and these core people really added beauty to the whole event. They added way more quality people to the whole event, because every single person I brought up as my special guest, they were strategic. I hope you are listening and you are learning something from this. My target audience for this event was not streamlined to just my community. I mean, those that know me already. I wanted to like reach out, spread our tentacles, so we had to begin to promote, right? Because we also needed the vendors to get more eyes. But when we started, I only wanted vendors within my community, those that have known me for a while, that have worked with me. But along the line, once I put things on IG, it went so far than what we even expected. And we had like about 5 or 6 vendors that did not even know me before opting to want to come for the yard sale. So we had a broader target audience. Of course, I had to create a WhatsApp group for those that are coming, and we send things from time to time for them to share on their statuses. Then logistics started. I had to get all my people on. I mean, my Land Republic people, and they were so exceptional. I'm so thankful. They took care of the MC part, the volunteers part, and it was so great. I was imagining if I had to like outsource those things with people that I had to pay, I would have spent way more than I spent. Because not even outsourcing that, I spent nothing less than $500,000 on that one day event, on that few hours event. So I was really thankful that I had people around me. I had the gift of people that were just ready to show up and show out. Adams took care of all the driving and everything. Bolu was the fun master for that day, and he was fantastic at his job. My girls in Land Republic, Mo, Kumi, Darasimi, Victoria, they were the volunteers for the day. They helped people coming into the event. They give you tags. They show you where to go to, all of those added more color to the day, because it made us very organized. Then our branding plug, Pinnacle Ideas, made us very beautiful branded items. I mean, unique. My brand color is orange, and they were so unique. We had vendors tags, special guest tags. You see them on your screen. We had a roll-up banner, beautiful, big and bold, so beautiful. Z designed it. We had different items that were just really, really colorful, and we made a journal a personal development journal for the vendors. So you should know how much we spent, and knowing that this whole event was just a me doing this for my community. It was not something I gained anything from, because even what I spent for the vendors alone per head was maybe over 7,000, if not more. So communityship, or being community focused, was just the aim of it. Talking about the target audience, I have a list of things I want to talk about, so that whoever is planning an event, physical event, you can learn from this and take 1 or 2 tips, right? Let me talk more on marketing and promotion, because that's extremely important to every event you're planning. So at some point I wanted to also have paint and sip at the event. So I reached out to a brand, but for some reason we just did not really gel. It was not really getting my idea. Then I reached out to Paint and Sip Ibadan. I've known her for a while, but I just assumed she'd be busy. So later, when I did not have a choice, I had to go back to her again, and bringing her on board was like one of my best decisions ever. It was so wonderful. She took it to the video. She also promoted the video. She even had to approach me to say, oh, I could have promoted on a platform called Hello Ibadan, but we didn't get on that in time. By the time we were looking at that, Hello Ibadan said it was too close already. So we ran Instagram ads. Then we were doing a lot of promotional content. Myself and the vendors went to the venue and we shot beautiful content, a lot of content. And here again, I would like to say thank you so much to Mark Films. He did a fantastic job. I mean, the editing was so tight. He did so well. He delivered in good time, and it was really not these videos with so much intentionality that the videos are just speaking for themselves. They were so beautiful. He's so good at what he does, and I'm so thankful to have him on my team. So thankful. So we had a lot of videos from Marv, and as we're flying everywhere, it was creating more and more awareness. Then I had some vendors that were just God sent. Lujo Sitio. This lady was creating content. I think she was doing countdown content. I had them who also created content, like very intentional content. I'm trying to think of who else. Beauty Cognizance too created different content at different points. Jewel Essence too, a very fantastic lady. We had, was it Moorish Streets? I just really had some vendors that were just that they took it as our event thing, and it was wonderful, because all these things really helped to give the whole day a very huge success. So these vendors, great. That was what we did for our promotions. Just Instagram ads. I had my platform on WhatsApp platform, and then towards the day, like 3 days before, I sent a BC to my CEO. I said, will you be my guest? I'm having a yacht sale on the 20th of April, and I want to host you. So some people responded, oh, I've been seeing you, but I'm far away. Somebody told me, okay, where's the venue? And all of that. Then my guests too, they shared it on their Instagram platform. Someone like Favor, my boss Victor, they shared it on their platforms too. More eyes saw it, and you see the end result very soon. Challenges, if there's any challenge that were faced, yes, I think if we had a closer venue, we would have had way more turnout or turn up. That was the only challenge I can really focus on, because even at that, it was really fantastic. I mean, people turned up. I had vendors that sold out, vendors that sold over 200,000 for a one-day event. I mean, people came with the intention of spending. That means a whole lot already, a whole lot. So the only challenge I really feel like will have definitely made the day way more successful would have been that if we had a closer venue, because anybody that came to that venue that day was an intentional person. It was not in the middle of town. It was not in the middle of UI. It was not a place that you can trek from any of the UI hostels. That's if students wanted to even come in mass. So the place I needed to know that you are going there very intentionally, and we still had such results, such turnout. It was really great. And the only challenge, like I said, was if we had a closer venue, it would have been way better. One thing I've learned from the whole execution is that I think I underestimated myself and my network of person, because I had a lot of feedbacks on your social capital is so tight. People were telling me, man, you have very solid social capital. I didn't know that. I think I needed to do that to really know the strength of what I could pull off. Another thing is that if it has not gone as I wanted or as we wanted, I think I'll have just picked my lessons and moved on. I mean, I'll have known what to do better if I would do it again. So I'm glad I did it. I put myself out there. I went out of my comfort zone, and it made me achieve more. I mean, that event brought me more visibility. It brought me more proof, social proof. It made me a more solid person in the eyes of people that I could pull off such. So I'm glad I did. And yes, that's a reflection I think I've had so far from hosting that event. Was it a success? Be the judge. Be the judge. You see the videos here. Be the judge of whether it was a success or not. And would I do it again? Even that same day before we left the venue, people were already asking me, when is the next one? When is the next one? So yes, we will do it again. There'll be a 2.0 in October. Let's keep it locked on for the date. So I hope you learned from this episode on plan your next event. And I hope you enjoyed watching this. And any comments for me, please drop in the comment section. Thank you all so much. See you again next week. Subscribe, please. Share. And follow me on Instagram too. Yes, very important. On all my platforms, we learn different things. So follow me everywhere. See you next week, Friday.